So it's a little over a week since The Amazing Spider-Man 2 opened in theaters, and I know one of two things is true. You've already seen it, or if you haven't seen it, probably nothing I say will deter you from seeing it. Now, why would I say that? Because I got suckered into seeing it, just as I'm sure you will. After all, it is Spider-Man. But that don't make it right. It's kind of like that saying from Field of Dreams.
If you build it, he will come.
Now, to paraphrase,
if Sony builds a Spider-Man franchise where the second movie is a colossal mess of structure, characterization, plotting, and lacks any general sense, will the public come?
well, as of last weekend, ASM2 raked in about $92 million domestically, and I believe it did hit $130 million overseas. So that would be a yes. 92 million. Think of that. For a film that consists of multiple convoluted subplots, multiple villains crammed into the storyline and forced into unlikely alliances, and cartoonish and underdeveloped characters. Now, I will say Dane DeHaan, Sally Field, and Emma Stone do good things with their characters when the script lets them. But Andrew Garfield is a letdown. He comes off as a smug jerk. He's full of annoying tics, head swing, and bobbing. He comes off as either a total spaz or a drunk. Then there's Electro, who starts off as a buffoonish cartoon character, but evolves into a two-dimensional lackey. But wait, there are two more underdeveloped villains, namely the Green Goblin and the Rhino. Dane DeHaan, again, does a good job as the Goblin, and while the look of the Goblin is better than Raimi's original film, it's still disappointing. It's mildly interesting to see Osborn dealing with a fatal disease, but when he goes into full Goblin mode, he feels as tacked on as Venom did in Raimi's Spider-Man 3. And the Rhino? Well, someone must have forgotten to tell the editor to use his scene as a credit sequence, because that's all it merited. That, and to act as a bridge to Sony's upcoming Spider-Man spin-offs. I imagine the Blu-ray will not contain any additional or extended scenes because at 2.5 hours, I think they forgot to cut anything out. So, if Sony builds it, will they come? Well, 92 million and counting, and that's just the first weekend. Who knows what it is as of this recording. Which means another Spider-Man from Sony, as well as spin-off movies like The Sinister Six and Venom. I think Luke sums it up perfectly. I hear you, man. I hear you. And that's the martini.